why aren't you mentioned as much as you should be on for that project?
That's a good question.
Because they talk Kanye, they'll talk Just Blaze.
Absolutely.
They don't bring makeup like that.
What did you do? Whose chick did you?
Oh,
something happened, bro. Something happened.
For real, I really feel like
I want to hear this answer.
I really feel like I was left out of those conversations because it would change the trajectory of Justice Story.
Why?
Because a lot of people will confuse us.
That's
And
this part. What exactly is the reason that they were confused?
Because we had ears and we had sense. I've never been confused with Pharrell or Kanye. No idea anybody like that. I've never been confused with that.
No.
I was confused with him for a reason. Because he was in my bag. So
When you say in your bag,
just my sound, what I brought to the game.
right?
What I was known for at that time.
Right. Specifically, what are the elements of a BINK beat?
Live drum. Feel like live drums is being played, but they're not. It's being programmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of
Samples.
the choice of samples. It's just a lot of signature shit that I did that he started doing. That people started confusing us, rightfully so.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you don't know it was basically a knockoff of 1-900 Hustler.
You don't know.
But why him and not you? Why him and not you?
I wasn't signed to the management company that they had going on. So once I refused to be a part of that, it's like they passed off the bulk of the work to him, and he sounded like he was. Keep in mind when I met him, he sounded like Swiss. So that's just facts.
Now we hear this. We've heard this a couple times, right?
Once. Self.
So I heard this one.
Self? Yeah.
Kanye went on Drink Champs.
Oh, yeah.
I heard this shit a bunch of times.
Right.
He also talked a lot of shit.
But I gotta make the argument that, okay, if Q-Tip was your training wheels, and let's say someone wanted those beats at that time, then it would have been the same type of confusion, right?
The difference is I would have embraced saying that I sounded like Q-Tip.
Right.
I wouldn't have ran away from that. I wouldn't have denied it.
Do you feel like just ran away from?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To this day, he'll never admit to you that he got his whole swag from me. They'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that, but they tell you indirectly.
Right.
Guru's interview on Warren Epstein, Cypher Sounds show, he said at one time Rockefeller was big. End quote. Hip Hop after the interview, Hip Hop said that G. Roberson brought just to him. And he said, who is he? He said, well, it's this guy I found that he can sound like anybody.
He's a chameleon.
He's a chameleon.
But is that so much a bad thing?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because
I'm pretty sure there's some blacks on the wall that would argue it's really not.
that's not, if that's what you attain to do, then that's on you. But
Right.
it's how far does your integrity go with your music is the question. If it doesn't go that far, then you having a plaque, that's your fucking Mount Rushmore.
Right.
With me, myself, I would never want to have some type of credit or people cheering me on because I sound like Q-Tip. I don't want that for myself because I want to be mentioned amongst the Primos, the Pete Rocks, the Q-Tips, the Rock Wallers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right, so is it a case where if you were, we kind of asked this question, what was it, the last episode, where we brought up Dr. Dre. Don King. We brought up Dr. Dre and then Scott Storch. There were a lot of times we thought Scott Storch is Dr. Dre.
Right.
Does that make him any less of a producer?
I mean, the thing is like, you know, you have guys who come in the game sounding like they're idol.
Right.
And when you sound like your idol, it is hard to make bones for yourself.
Right.
So it's easier for people to believe that your idol did it and you didn't do it. Because you sound like your idol. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's easy. Put it this way. If I take a blank piece of paper and put it over your art and trace it, or color different colors, am I still an artist?
In a way, that's kind of different.
That's not different. It's the same shit.
I gotta make this argument.
Every producer has their way of doing that.
Right.
That's what sets you apart from everybody.
Now, earlier I played you record I got called Mr. Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Hands, shout out to Great John.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, whose style is that?
No Bernie. Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, hold on. Okay, so here's the question. Since we brought him up,
Mm.
During that same interview, Kanye said that Just was biting off of him, not you. He didn't say he was biting BINK. He said he was biting him.
He was.
So how is that pop? Who?
Listen, man.
Who's the daddy?
Yeah, like who's
the daddy? We need to know.
Listen, man. You understand? You separate the men from the boys. You separate the men from the boys.
Right.
Here we go.
Right.
Stop it. What separates the men from the boys
Right.
is those that have their own shit. You cannot confuse what Rottweiler is. You cannot confuse what Primo is. You cannot confuse what Pete Rock is. Because they have certain signature moves that makes them who they are. Pharrell, when you hear a Pharrell beat, you know what a Pharrell beat sounds like, and that's for a reason. Because he has a formula. You know a Timbaland beat when you hear a fucking Timbaland beat because he has a formula.
Mm-hmm.
If you start taking his signature moves, you have no choice but to sound like Timbaland. Or whoever signature move that you're taking.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like you can't take credit for taking this man's formula because you did the beat. It's still not yours. That's his shit.
Okay.
So what happens when you don't sign a management contract?
Okay.
But they have someone there skilled enough to create the sound that they want from you.
Like I said, it's easy to trace art than it is to create art.
But this is where it gets difficult with producing because unless he's taking the same sample and taking the same drum pattern,
It's not that,
how can you make that argument?
It's not that cut and dry. It's just like rappers. Rappers have signature moves as well.
Right.
Hov was the first one saying, yo, it's young. He coming on and his whole
Some people will
cadence.
argue that was Young Chris.
That's getting murky. Before there was Young Chris, that was Hov.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hov had his own thing before Young Chris came.
I'm not saying it was that.
I'm not gonna say he didn't take anything from Young Chris. What I'm saying, but before there was Young Chris, there was Hov. Hov already made his mark.
Right.
Okay? Again, like I said, if I take your art, trace your art, and color it something different, am I still an artist?
I would say the answer is yes.
I would say yes.
Degrees and levels may vary.
How so? You're not even drawing, my nigga. You drawing my shit.
But you said I colored it different.
So what the fuck is that? You get credit for color?
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard.